Hey Hoodoo loves, it's Miss Avie. Welcome to my channel, Hoodoo Delish. Everybody who is new, great to meet you guys, and everybody who is back, I love you guys so much. You've been asking for this one for a while. This is how to make traditional Hoodoo Hotfoot powder. Now in Hoodoo, Hotfoot powder has a very simple, straightforward role. It is a basic staple ingredient, and it takes a target and banishes them from a situation. Just take a person and move them from inside of the situation to outside. And this particular formula has an element of geographic banishment, so it is to send someone physically away from the situation. So you can use this to do a breakup spell and get the couple to move to opposite sides of the state, or banish a bad boss and get them reassigned somewhere else, or make a bad neighbor move away. All of that in this one powder. You can use it for that. So I'm going to teach you how to make it today, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that it can be used right at the end of the video, so make sure you check on that. Also, before we go any further, if you love this content, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell, like, share, all of that stuff. It really helps me out, and I appreciate you guys so much for your continued support. You're amazing. All right, let's get started making this stuff. What we're going to need here today are the following ingredients. Red chili powder. Now, this can be any type of hot pepper, usually a red pepper, but something nice and spicy. That's what you want, because this is going to create anger and suffering. It's specifically to create that sense of suffering and struggle so that your target is motivated to leave. Black pepper. Regular old black pepper. I've got this super finely ground. You don't have to have it that fine. You can use more coarse, but black pepper creates irritation, annoyance, inconvenience. That's what it's going to do to our target. Charcoal. Now, charcoal has a lot of really interesting magical properties, but one of them is blindness, concealment, darkening, and that's what this is going to do. It's going to make it feel like they don't know why all these bad things are happening, and they just feel like they've got bad luck and it's time to move on, where they got more clarity. That's what charcoal is going to do. Dirt from a busy road. This is going to add that element of geography, that sense of get up and go somewhere else, get away from here. That's what this is for. Quick note on this, yes, dirt from a busy road you can collect from the side of the road, especially near the sidewalk. Do not walk out into traffic, please. I know most of you guys are like way too smart for that, but I don't want the one person on the internet who misunderstands that to watch this video. Please do not walk into traffic for this dirt. It's not that important. Get it from beside the road, from a safe spot. And finally, sulfur. This is a little bit of a controversial ingredient, but it is traditional. Sulfur blows things up, just generally loosens things, destroys obstacles, and removes structure. And what it's going to do in Hotfoot powder is create just enough chaos and turmoil and destruction that things move and that the person we're targeting leaves. That's all it's going to do. This is flammable. It is also poisonous to breathe the fumes. So if you are going to use this powder that we make in anything involving fire, make sure you are doing it outdoors in a well-ventilated area. Don't eat this stuff. Don't set it on fire and breathe it. And do not leave it near open flame. All right, that is everything we need for ingredients. Let's get started here. One of the requests that I have also had recently is to show you all how I would make something without praying to the Christian God. I know a lot of you are not practicing Christians. I am, but not everybody is, and that's fine. So I'm going to show you how to make this without using the Christian activation prayers that I personally do, because I can go back and activate this as I use it. That is fine. You also can activate it to any deity of your choice, and we are going to be chanting over it to activate the spirits that are inside of the powders themselves, so that's fine as well. But here we go. First and foremost, with the chili powder. I'm going to put that in. Okay. And I am just going to shake this and kind of get it moving. I call on the spirits of this powder to wake up, to activate, to be present in this work, and to do the job of creating anger and turmoil and suffering for anyone that this powder is used towards. Amen. You do not have to use the word amen. You can say, as I command. In Hoodoo, commanding is very traditional, and it's definitely something that you can do if you're more comfortable with that. So mote it be will work. According to my will work. So whatever you are most comfortable with, you can do that. Remember, the important thing is to communicate with the spirit that is in here, not the religion in which you do it. Now we got our black pepper. I'm going to shake this one up, wake the spirits up in it like this, pour it in. I Call on this black pepper and activate it to cause irritation, annoyance, and inconvenience in the life of anyone for whom this powder is used or on whom this powder is used against. Amen. Same thing with our charcoal. We're going to jiggle this up, wake those spirits up just a little bit. Pour it in. Call on the spirits of this charcoal to blind anyone that this powder is used against, so they cannot find the source of their trouble, so they cannot remove this curse, so they cannot do anything but comply with the magic that is being done against them. Amen. Dirt from a busy road. We're going to shake this one up too. This one is going to get them to move away, go away from the situation. I call on the spirits of this road powder, this dirt from the road. Wake up and use against anyone to whom this powder is applied or used against your power to send things away from the location from which you were collected. Send them out and away from their present area. Send them out and away on the road. Amen. Sulfur, last one here. Sprinkling that in. You will notice I used less of that than anything else. Once again, this stuff burns, it explodes, it is poisonous. Do not eat it. Do not set it on fire without being in an open space, and don't leave it near open flame. Just gonna repeat that one more time. I call on the spirit of this sulfur to burst open, break forth, destroy and remove any and all blockages to the target on whom this powder is used, leaving where they are being banished from. Destroy anything that holds them there. Destroy anything that holds them back, and make a clear and straight opening for them to leave the situation. Amen. All right, there we go. Now we are going to just stir this up. We stir counterclockwise because that is the direction of sending things away. Just getting it a good stir here, mixing it all in. Now, I would like to reiterate something here. There are literally hundreds of recipes for Hotfoot powder. You will notice that mine looks black because I have so much charcoal in it. Other people do not put charcoal in, they use other things. Some people go way harder on the proportions of dirt and chili. It's usually the chili powder and the dirt would be the most traditional, but people mess with the proportions. They change the ingredients a little bit. I like this particular recipe. I feel like this works best. This is what I use in my professional workings, and it's super easy to make. So now we're going to enchant this one last time with this prayer, prayed 9 times while we stir counterclockwise. Here is the prayer. He drives out my enemies before me. He casts out my opposers. He drives out my enemies before me. He casts out my opposers. There you go. That is Hotfoot powder. Now with the aid of a paper towel funnel here, I'm going to put this into our jar. Okay, so now we got this made. There are a couple of different things you can do. First of all, the very most traditional way to use this is take a little bit, mix it with some salt, and sprinkle it across the pathway of the person that you want to get rid of. Somewhere that you know that they will walk, usually traditionally in front of their front door. Now, like many of us, you may be in a situation where there are multiple people who walk across the path where your target would walk. And in that case, you don't want to just put that powder there. You want to specifically write their name 9 times on a piece of paper, burn that to ashes, and then mix it in with the powder that you're going to sprinkle, and sprinkle that across the path. That will be the way that you let the powder know to target that specific person and nobody else, okay? In addition, there are some really easy ways you can use this in candle work. Now, once again, I'm going to reiterate, this has sulfur in it. Do not set this on fire without being in an open outside space, okay? But you got somebody who is messing with your man and you want to get rid of him, or you got a man who's messing around and you want him to stop. Carve the name of the person that you want to stop the behavior into a candle that matches their current physical representation. Carve their name in it. You're going to anoint that with some bend over oil or some domination oil. You're going to rub it with some of this powder. Set that and burn that a little bit each day for 9 days. That will banish that infidelity or improper behavior. You want to get somebody to move out and you don't have an easy way to put the powder across their front door. You're going to carve their name 9 times into a nice thick red candle. You're going to take this, and once again, you're going to use that domination or bend over oil. Bend over oil works fantastic for this. And then you are going to rub this into that candle. Light that, burn it a little each day for 9 days. That should get that person banished out of that situation. This also works for bosses. So if you got a bad boss or a bad authority figure, same thing. This one right here. And if you have a particularly stubborn target, somebody who just will not leave you alone, won't get out of your life, you are going to take a figure candle that represents their current physical representation of gender, carve a hole in the bottom, put some of this in that hole, dress it with any good banishment or separation oil, put that on a plate, and you are going to pour vinegar over the top of it. Wait until the wick dries and then light that and burn it down slowly over the course of 9 days. That will get rid of some of the most stubborn cases of just interference and nosiness and stalking, and just get them out of there. We'll just make them leave. It's a very good banishment spell. So that is Hotfoot powder. Those are some of the ways you can use it. I would love to hear you guys' traditions, how you have used it, what you've done with it, what recipes you have for it. I absolutely always want to learn that. And if you love this content, like I said before, like, subscribe, ring the bell, share it with a friend. Make sure that you look down in the description, because I have put a link to our new Discord server there. And if you have questions, you can come on there, join, and post in the forum. And I and other people who have expertise will be able to answer and give examples and links and all that good stuff. So I'll make sure that that is in the description. Also, if you need my professional services, I got a link for a professional consultation in the description. And I'll make sure all my other socials and contact information are linked there as well. I love you guys. I will see you again very soon with another video. Bye-bye.